Friday, February 16th, 2018 at about 3:40 in the afternoon. I've been working on a concert for world peace and other matters. And I must say, the tip I got from the sheriff and the U.S. Marshals regarding where a lot of this stuff is stemming from is making more and more sense, because every time I turn around, there's new stuff popping up on my record that no one knows how it got there and can't even really tell me what it is, but there's warrants, or I gotta go see a judge, or I gotta go talk to someone, or I gotta call somebody at the state level to find out why there's this bond that needs to be put up. What the frick? You guys are good. Now, if I had actually done all this stuff you guys are putting in my record, that'd be a whole other issue. But seriously, folks. I mean, the State Department did promise that you guys would do this kind of shit through the Bureau. God damn, you sure are. Let me just say this about that. Because of all of that, I haven't left yet. Despite what was represented and intended, since you threw all this new plethora of crap out, I've decided I'm not going to leave it behind, so you can then expand upon it and proliferate more bullshit into my public file. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to deal with it. And if you keep doing this shit, I'm going to dig in really deep. And I'm going to finish some projects, and they're going to go out, and they're going to go very frickin' viral very quick. That's not a threat, that's a promise. And then I'm going to come back and sue the snot out of you cunts for your terrorism and your acts of unbridled bullshit. Not to mention that federal law prohibits you guys from doing this stuff, and you're still doing it anyway. And you're the motherfuckers who are supposed to be enforcing it. Go finger. I'd like to say I'm shocked, but having dealt with you guys for frickin' decades, think you had much more, you fucking cunt. Heard the FBI fired you, Eddie, when you fucked up on that thing with Bush in the White House that I told you were going to fuck up on, didn't they? Probably lying in your resume to get another job as janitor in a fucking drum. Anyway, Dallas, we will have our day. Bank on it. We will have our day. And when all is said and done, then the world will know what you said the world will never know. What an amazing patriot I've been, and all the stuff my government has had me do that the world will never know, because it's so high level and so classified. And some of it they won't, you're right. Even I won't breach certain securities on certain issues if they're not breached by others, or there's no reason to. But on certain issues that violate humanitarian rights, certain laws, international, domestic, and otherwise, when this guy's on the inside doing it, oh no, I think the world will know. I'll blow the whistle so loud you'll hear it coming out of your frickin' windpipe. You should have never threatened me. I don't give a shit who gave that order, if it came from Kerry, Obama, or whoever gave the initial order. The call we had, several, but you all failed to remember. So I'm a broadcaster, humanitarian first. Federal contractor somewhere on a list of long other things that come before it. And at no point have I been government property or an employee or a snitch bitch. So get it straight. I've consulted on projects that I've chosen to and other ones that I was forced to under threat of stuff from Department of Justice and FBI. It was completely unfounded just because I knew a lot of people and knew a lot of stuff. Give me a frickin' break. And you were going to attach me on it based on that? Hearsay is not admissible in most courts, Your Honor. And not having first-hand knowledge of some of the stuff that you made me probe into was exceedingly awkward at best. Truth be told, no human being should ever have been put through the stuff that my government has put me through. We could start with Central America, or maybe the bombings in Detroit, or, I don't know, how far back do you guys want to go? Which Kennedy? How about Central America? How about Mexico? How about stuff in the Middle East and Russia? Or stuff in the south of France? Shall I continue? There's also India. And don't forget the other stuff going on in the areas that no one's supposed to know about. Aliens come from foreign planets, not from foreign countries, you dipshits. And the Creator, no matter what you call it, gave free will. And humankind made up all kinds of rules, regulations, religions, false gods, all kinds of stuff at you. There is life on other planets, in other universes, and the dark blip they see getting bigger and bigger coming in the Hubble telescope is infinity to infinity. Them seeing the final lights going out in this universe if they keep playing God. And this, for lack of a better metaphor, becoming the dark abyss. Life is more like the Matrix. This is Extinction 6, boys and girls. Drill down, Google it. Of course, Google only through NSA. So there's about less than 60% of our intel with our own populace or our own intelligence. People, we share more on foreign soil. A whole nother conversation. The man who knew too much. When you're classified at the level I've been and have seen the intel globally that I have and been on certain diplomatic missions that I've been on and fact-finding explorations, etc. Be careful what you ask, boys and girls, or you will see the good, the bad, and the ugly and beyond. As a child, I always asked to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. Oh boy, what a ride that's been. I have been blessed to do voice work. I've been blessed to do humanitarian work, to do acting, television, film, hosting, Saturday Night Live, Today Show, Tonight Show, stuff at ABC, NBC, CBS, every network on the planet, BBC, Armed Forces Radio and Television, pioneering audio and video technology and telephony on the internet, and working with people from ARPANET. Ooh, now we're going way deep. And high-level intelligence since childhood. My lineage lended to it. When you have presidents and others sitting in your living room, you can catch the attention of leaders at an early age. And notes are made to files. And later in life, they come back and recruit you whether you want it or not. It's interesting to note that U.S. Marshals are the only ones who can be recruited into their job. They can't go apply to be a U.S. Marshal. They're actually watched and observed, and people may make recommendations, but you don't apply to become a U.S. Marshal. They hire you based on your integrities, or so it's purported. I'm not questioning that. I'm saying that's what's been reported to me. I don't know that to be not true either, so I'm not trying to cast any dispersions. Unlike FBI or CIA or others where you can recruit yourself in. For some federal contracting jobs, you do, bid for them, or you have to get qualified for them, etc. And for other federal contracting jobs, they just recruit your ass in, and you're in whether you like it or not. That's how mine began. That's a whole other story that someday we will address soon. When I tell people I have multiple identities through the State Department, and I've done some of the things that I've done, their first inclination is to want to run or think I'm a madman, or both. Some of the things that have happened in my life, I didn't get to choose, boys and girls. When your government chooses certain things for you, you don't get a vote, right? Ed Muchmore, right? Special Agent Julie, right? Rodriguez, right? Nordalis. I can go down a list of different handlers I've had on different matters over the years at different agencies or bureaus or organizations. From working with the UN, from their top legal people on down, to the UN General Counsel, to different White House administrations, Warren Christopher, you personally spoke with on an ongoing basis, and others. You don't make this stuff up. And it's not my fairy tale imagination. Sometimes I wish it was. But there are those who know what I say is 100% the truth, because I don't have a reason to lie. What's the fucking motivation? If you can think of it, please get in touch with me. Because maybe it put a new spin on this whole thing that I hadn't thought of. This is not a mission I looked for. This is not a life I chose. I chose the entertainment part. I did choose hard news. I started in hard news. I started in political news. Obviously, when you have politicians sitting in the living room, good news stories, confirmable sources. Especially when you go, can I quote you? And they know what you do. Good way to get scoops early in a career. Sometimes I'd have to time release stuff I'd known about for months. But when you get trusted at that level with people, at that high level with people, and you're always a person of your word with integrity, it's amazing the doors that open for you around the world. And doors you're forced to go through just because of how bright you are and what you know, and who you know, and what you have access to that no one else can get access to. Oh, dear God. If the world truly knew.